Have you ever just stopped and thought, what in the hell an actual woman wants in a man? You see a lot of videos and you see a lot of this stuff on TikTok where it seems like it's 150-point bullets on exactly what a woman wants. It seems like it's a never-ending list. Even though this is a men's channel, I do a lot of coaching with women, and most women don't really even know what they want. They have an idea what they want, but then the reality is you ask what they've been dating and it's a complete opposite. So going through, the last year of coaching different women, doing some research online, I've come up with 5, but I'm actually going to give you a 6. You're going to get a little bit of a bonus one at the end. Without further ado, I'm going to give you the very first one, and it is the biggest one, is confidence. And I know it's a word that's been thrown out there, and other influencers, other people say, just be confident, but what does that actually mean? So confidence is actually in the doing, and it's not so much as a mindset. It's very easy to trick yourself. I'm confident. And then when you actually go up and try to approach a girl, or you go up and try to maybe come up with a new business idea or actually start a business, we tend to fall because we think we're confident, but we don't actually do the work to back it up. And so one of the best ways you can do to level yourself up, not just in dating, but in all aspects of your life, is to become more confident. And what that is start doing the things that you want to do, some of the things that you're scared of doing, some of the things that you tend to shy away from. Do those things, and whether you fail or succeed doesn't matter. It's the act of doing is going to become more confident in yourself. You're going to become more confident in your abilities. You're certainly going to become more confident in the way you present yourself to the world. It has nothing to do with failure. Actually, failure is where you can gain your confidence. It's never in the success. Failure is what actually makes a man who's able to take that failure, learn from it, reverse engineer it, and then go back out there and do it again until he becomes successful at it. So confidence is key when leveling yourself up, and this is what women look for the most. With confidence also becomes, the more confident you are, the more assertive you become. You become more assertive in your actions, you become more assertive even in your talk. You are able to have what's called black and white thinking. You don't have this gray, wishy-washy thinking. If you like a woman and you find her attractive, you're assertive. You're like, listen, I find you very attractive. Well, when are you free to get together? You have that mindset. Let her know exactly what you think about her, and whether she says yes or no doesn't matter. You had that confidence, you had that charisma, you had that sense of yourself that, hey, whether she says yes or no is irrelevant. I shot my shot and I'm unapologetic about it. So confidence is really the number one key that most women look for in a man. The second one, we do talk about this a lot in the terms of money, and it is security and stability. Now, of course, part of being a magnetic man, part of being a full stack man is having stability in your life, in your finances, being stable in your mental attitude, being stable in your relationships. Security for a woman means more to her than it means to us, because think about it, guys. If you end up getting a woman pregnant, she has to carry that child for 9 months, but then really the responsibility of raising that child falls largely on her for 18 years plus, because there's no guarantee that you're going to stay. There's no guarantee that you're going to be there. So when she just decides to have that baby with you, or when she does get pregnant, she wants a sense of that she's secure in the relationship and that you're a stable, solid guy. And sadly, there's a lot of single moms out there that tend to maybe have fallen for a guy that wasn't right for him. He wasn't stable, he wasn't secure. So we don't want that to happen to you. We want you to live with purpose. We want you to live with integrity and have character, so that when you are ready to start a family, or when you are ready to get serious in a relationship, she knows that type of guy you are. She knows you're solid. She knows you're secure. She knows you're not a flight risk. And women find that very attractive, especially as they kind of move a little bit older in life, in their mid-20s, maybe even in their 30s, and they haven't been married yet and they don't have kids. They're going to start looking for that type of a man. Another one, and people, they're borderline on this, it's just having a sense of humor without being goofy. Now, having a sense of humor, kind of learning a little bit to make fun of yourself, not take life so seriously. It lets a woman kind of get her guard down. If you can make a woman laugh, man, I gotta tell you, it doesn't really matter how good looking you are as a man. If you can make her laugh, that's one of the best things you can do if you're trying to get in a relationship with a woman, is just get her to laugh. Get her to maybe forget about her problems for that hour you're with her, and just have a nice dialogue. Keep it light. Don't be so serious. And she's going to get this sense from you that, yeah, he's a serious guy, but he also has a different side to him that's coming out right now. And it allows her to kind of maybe have her own sense of humor. Maybe her goofiness comes out a little bit. And really, that's what we're trying to cultivate here, is we really want to try to get to know this person. And if we're always serious, always kind of like that stick in the mud, and everything is, you're always this disciplined person, it does come across a little bit of fake. And it also comes across to her like, God, this guy is serious all the time. Like, he never lets his guard down. You want to be able to let your guard down. You want to be able to just have a little bit of sense of humor to you. Something happens and it was, you tripped. Who cares? You know what I mean? So a sense of humor is very sexy to a woman, but without being goofy. There's a lot of guys that take it too far, and once they get a woman to laugh, they start becoming goofy, and then her attraction level goes down, because she still wants you to be a little bit serious. She still wants you to take this date seriously. She possibly wants to take this relationship serious. So if you're always just goofy and kind of being, the clown of the party, it does tend to turn her off a little bit. So have a sense of humor without taking it too far and being goofy. The number 4, we talk about nice guys, and I've done videos on nice guys, but then I talked about the kind man. And that's what you want to be. You certainly want to be kind to people. But really what is in the back of her mind is she wants you to be like, he's kind to me. He might not be kind to other women or to other people who have crossed a boundary. And so if you can have this air of kindness to you, where you're not wildly emotional, you have a little bit of stoicism to you, you're a little bit calm, and you get to really listen to her, even as something that you don't agree with what she's saying, or she doesn't agree with what you're saying, there's a kindness, there's a respect there. And she's going to watch what you do around other people. She's going to see, how does he treat his mother? And that's a really good sign, where if you have a great relationship with your mom and your brothers and your sisters, and you're kind to them, and they even edify you and say he's a really good guy, a good solid guy, that's what women want. There's not a woman out there that says, I want a complete asshole. I want a guy who's, gonna degrade me and belittle me. Kindness is something women look for. It's something they should actually pay more attention to around the surrounding people this guy hangs out with. So ladies, if you're watching this, look how he actually interacts with his circle. Look how he actually interacts with people he doesn't know when you're out. Talk to his mom. Ask some dialogue. How's your relationship with your mom? That's going to tell you a lot about how he is currently as a man. The fifth one is intelligence. Now, intelligence, it's a huge spectrum. I mean, you could be a genius or you could be somebody who's not bright. But it's the way you present your ideas. You might not be very vocal as a man. Most men aren't. But when we can sit back and listen to this girl or listen to your partner coming up with the bare minimum, they don't like that. They actually want your input. You might not know enough about it, but maybe read about it or maybe ask her questions. Tell me more. I've never heard of this. That shows a sign of intelligence. Just because you don't know about something, if you ask questions, if you are really engaged in what she's saying, that shows that you have enough intelligence and you're willing to learn what she's telling you. And then she feels a little bit closer to you because she's sharing something that's important to her that you're engaged in. That's what women really like. They really just like to kind of feel heard. They kind of like to feel like their ideas matter. They like that you're able to participate in those ideas. Even if you don't agree with her idea, be respectful about it, but you certainly be assertive and say, listen, I don't agree with that. However, I understand where you're coming from. This is how I think. All of these things, you want to be able to have that kind of dialogue with her to just let her know that you do have your own opinions, you do have your own stances on things. You're not a wishy-washy guy, aka nice guy, just saying whatever so that you get what you want. The sixth one is ambition. Guys, I can't tell you how important it is to be ambitious. An ambitious guy is the sexiest guy to a woman. It has nothing to do with his looks, has nothing to do with how tall he is, how much money he has. It's his hustle mindset. It's his thought of, I'm going to do something, and whether I fail or not, I'm going to do it. They don't want a guy who just has this thought of, yeah, I just want to get a county job and retire in 20, 25 years and live in a little house. If that's you, that's fine. But most women want a guy who has that hustler's mentality, who just is that go-getter, and he's going to do everything he can to level himself up. And again, if you're a younger man, women tend to look for those guys. They look for what's called potential. So if you're, say, a guy who's 25 years old working at Starbucks, doesn't sound real sexy, but if she gets to know that you're actually in med school and you're working your way through residency but working at Starbucks, or you're an Uber driver, bam, now you have potential. Now she sees your ambition. She goes, okay, he's got to do this, but to get there. That's incredibly sexy. Ambition to a woman is probably at the top. If you're an ambitious man, if you're a man who's out there who is a go-getter, who is a man who is on his path and purpose, you are going to do very well with women. You're actually going to do so well because you're so focused on your path and purpose, you're so focused on your own success, that you don't become needy. You don't become desperate with women. You know what you need to do, and women tend to gravitate towards that. And because you're not needy, because you're not desperate, and you do find a woman that can kind of complement your life, then your relationship already starts with an understanding that this is the type of guy he is. I accept this. I might not be able to see him as much as, say, somebody else who isn't as ambitious as him, who doesn't have that hustler's mentality, but that person is probably going to become needy, probably going to become desperate, probably going to put too much emotional bandwidth on this relationship and then start suffocating her. So this is why ambition is very important, and why you as a man need to find whatever it is you're good at, whatever your passions are, whatever it is that's going to help you level up. You need to start working step by step to get to that goal. The whole point of this video is do you focus on yourself, leveling up so that once you've achieved success in your life, you're able to now bring in a woman into your life and she can complement your lifestyle. With that, my name is Jared Schoonmaker. If you found this video helpful, please hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the bell icon so that you know when new videos are being made. Again, have a great day.